So I've come out here to Hemphill Road. A quick interruption to the video in progress. If you haven't done it yet, episode 1 to this video is right here. Click on this link, watch that video first, then come back and watch this one. That way you're up to speed on what's going on with this little mini series. All right, back to the video. And it's a little bit north of where I'm staying in Maggie Valley, like 5 minutes. It's not very far away. It's just this little side road that goes up to one of the local mountaintops, but it's real picturesque in that it's got interesting things in the frame. There's a lot of like old structures, like there's a barn right behind the camera that's got a, well, let me just show you. It's really beautiful farm decay, I guess you would call it. And, you know, the beauty is in the failing nature of the barn. As you can see, I don't know if you can tell it or not, it's surrounded by all of this infrastructure. So the key is to get interesting photos of these kind of structures when they're not really cluttered in the scene. So you have to get in the right spot. And some of these places, it's kind of hard to pull over on the side of the road. I got a really cool leaning barn, but I just stopped in the road and photographed it out the window of the truck because there was really nowhere to pull over. This barn here is a really interesting one, especially with the horses in the frame. It's a really a picturesque little valley. If you got a camera and you want to take some really cool, like old-timey barn photos, if there's a genre for that, I don't know, maybe there is. For this, I'm running the 24-90 on the SL2 because they're both weather resistant, because it is mist and rain right now. As you can see, the camera's got water drops on it. It also allows me, since I can't like trespass onto these people's private property to get compositions like I would want with a specific focal length, it allows me to adjust the composition with the zoom. You know, sometimes that's just the answer. So I'm riding up and down this road taking pictures of really cool scenes as they occur. It's because it's just kind of neat. Well, I've come out here to Cold Mountain State, like hunting reserve or something like that. But it's on the map. But there's like a fishing stream right over here in the edge of that tree line. I don't know if you can hear it babbling or not, but it's over there. And these guys keep coming and going down there to fish. And apparently this area is sort of reserved for them. But I just did a Parks on the Air activation from right there. And if you want to read about that, it'll be on my blog post in the not too distant future. I did one last night and another one today. Got well north of 100 contacts. So it was a good time. Back to photography at large. Okay, 2 minutes down the road from where I've been doing these Parks on the Air activations is this. A steel structure frame bridge crossing the river. There's a guy down there fishing. I may not need to talk too loud. Maybe I'll turn it down here. Isn't this cool? I got to get a couple of photos of this. It's literally on Steel Bridge Road. It's real creative. This is cool. Oh, there's a bunch of people down there fishing. Hey, maybe I can get a decent photo of that. To fill in the gap between Cold Mountain and Tallulah Gorge, basically the rest of that evening involved me driving back over to the hotel, packing my stuff. Then I did a live stream, which you can watch at this link right here. If you have already seen the live stream, ignore that and the video will carry on in a second. The next morning I got up, ate breakfast, you know, the usual stuff, all of which is not really noteworthy. Then I struck out for Georgia. Now, on the drive down, since it had been raining the day before, the wildfires were gone, so I didn't see any smoke, which is good. But I got down into Georgia, didn't find any wildfires, but I did find Tallulah Gorge. All right, we're at Tallulah Gorge. So I've done a Parks on the Air activation and got 30-something contacts on the log. Blew a fuse in one radio, so I'm pretty sure something, either the final blew or my transistor for my automatic fan circuit went bad, one of the two. But I switched over to the other radio, finished out the activation. So now We'll go down here and get some photos of the gorge. Let's see what this looks like. Okay, we're down here in the gorge and it is loud. You probably can't hear the camera. Okay, this is what it's like to hike out of the gorge from the bridge. Here we go. That's a lot of steps. That's the upper overlook. Oh no, there's more up. That's the visitor center. I am officially back. That's what it's like to walk up the side of the mountain from the swinging bridge back to the visitor center. Be ready. It is very strenuous. They're not kidding. Okay, well that's about it for this video. Just to be perfectly honest, I didn't really think this through at the end and get an outro on location, so I had to do it here. But at the end of the day, I just made my way on to Atlanta, picked up the girls, and just came home. And that was the whole reason for going down into Georgia too, to Lula Gorge anyway. Stopped there on the way. I just kind of made a day trip out of it. But the whole point of this kind of a thing is just to get out and take some photos and lose yourself in the hobby a little bit and just kind of enjoy yourself. So until next time, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and I'm going to tell you to get your camera out and go take a picture with it. All right, we'll see you later. Bye bye.